The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
And we like podcasts. So we made one. It's about internet reviews from the internet. Google, Yelp, Amazon.com. You know them. You love them. They went hashtag viral. So we made a hashtag podcast about it. And it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'd say it's fun. It's fun for me.
Yeah. Fun for everybody. I think I covered everything in that run-on sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got one to start us off? None of these are jumping out at me.
All right, I'm going to start us off because this one is jumping out at me. I've got an Amazon review for City Crisis PlayStation 2 by 2K.
Oh.
I don't know that I ever played this game or ever heard of this game or anything like that. I don't know if this is Amazon, quote, refurbished. I guess how else are they selling a PlayStation 2 game? But let's just hear what Texas Top Dog has to say. That's dog with a D-A-W-G. They title their review, Hurry, Save the Dog. Don't worry about the friggin' cop. And they write, this game is an absolute letdown to those of us who wanted a game with helicopters in it. The very first mission, you get called in to a fire. There are two beings on the roof, a policeman and a dog. I took my time saving the dog and went for the policeman. The dog died. I lost 15,000 points. I decided to go ahead and try again, only this time I saved the dog. The policeman died. I lost 8,000 points. This was absolutely astonishing to think that an officer of the law is more expendable than a damn pooch. I went on with the level. As I was casually hovering above the city, I noticed the unmistakable cry for help somewhere below. It was at the carnival. I lowered the chopper down, sent down the retriever guy, pulled up the victim. It was a freaking pig. Well, I think it was a guy in a costume, but still, what the hell was he doing on top of a really tall building? After that one was a very strange case. A woman got stuck in a storm drain on the side of the street and needed to be airlifted out. Why in the frick did they need a helicopter for that one? Pull a damn squad car around and help her out. This game is just plain stupid. Unless you are 5 or extremely geriatric means old, you would not find this game entertaining. The controls are sucky, and I can't even fly low enough to get to the fire without crashing into something. It blows that they grade you on chopper damage. I guess the game is fine if you're looking for a laugh. But other than that, do not buy this game. Trust me on this one, folks. P.S. The graphics suck too. 1 star.
If you're not looking to have a laugh, then why are you picking up the video game controller there, buddy?
I'm looking for a good time, man.
I'm looking for a hoot and a holler in whatever way they'll offer it to me. I mean, maybe this man wanted some serious helicopter business, but I was looking at screenshots of this game while we were reading the review, and I don't know. There's the tongue. It seems to be at least tickling the cheek in this game for sure. There's a certain lightness. There's some brevity they wanted to add to the crisis here.
I mean, a lot of games from this era have that to them. It's just like, well, you kind of got a serious thing to do, but you're going to crack some jokes along the way. Look, there's a person in a pig suit.
Yeah, they're not going full Katamari Damacy, but so what if the 10,000 point guy you pull out of the building has a funny pig suit and surprises you every now and then? I don't know. If you really want to fly a helicopter around and save people from a crisis, you might as well get a helicopter license. Got him.
God. Do it yourself, bro.
And it does trouble me that he thinks the cop's life is worth more than the dog's.
Come on, man.
The cop knows he's putting himself in danger. He signed that contract. The dog is innocent.
How'd this dog get here? It didn't choose that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, the lack of the cop had total autonomy getting into this crisis. The dog, who knows why he's there? This is a city in crisis. What's the cop doing?
He's just letting everybody down. You need to save a cop? Who are you? Another cop?
Yeah, let me pose you this trolley question. Would you save an innocent dog or a cop who's doing nothing? A cop who saw a city in crisis and decided to eat some donuts. A useless cop or innocent dog? That's, See, now, isn't that a brain teaser?
The left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing in this city, and that's why there's a crisis.
That's right. That's right. Every building has got cops to save.
Maybe you could have sent a squad car to fish the woman out of the storm drain if you weren't having to save a cop from a roof. He probably should have been in his car.
Seems like the main reason the city's in crisis is all the cops are trapped in burning buildings. So you kind of gotta, you gotta work around that.
Maybe the cop was like, I heard there's a dog on this roof and I just really want to go pet it. Understandable, but you gotta do your job, then go pet the dogs.
Yes. That's a lesson everybody needs to learn. I love a good dog pet. When the service dogs come to the college campus during finals time to help you de-stress.
Oh yeah.
Even if I'm not feeling stressed, I'm gonna go see some dogs. Because they just be looking at you smiling. They'd be like, "I'll take some pets."
Those were the most chill dogs I have ever seen in my life.
It is amazing how beyond chill they are. If you got to put those dogs in this crisis, then some people would be saved.
Yeah, they could calm down. Even the fire would be like, "Oh, okay, let's just cool off a bit."
Yeah, bring that service animal energy to city government, city level government. Maybe these crises never would have got here in the first place. Yeah, if he wants a more realistic city crisis game, maybe he should just join city government and deal with the real life crises that we're
you're not going to have a laugh
days.
there. That's for sure.
That's for darn sure. No one's going to be giggling.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's no light in somebody's soul when they play a game, and it's got silly elements amongst the gameplay. Because it really, you should be there for the gameplay. The silly elements, the window dressing really shouldn't matter. But that's all that matters to some people, I guess. I had a friend who didn't play, quote, games with aliens in them growing up. But Halo was the exception, because those were cool aliens.
Okay. Missed out on a lot, I am sad to say.
Yeah. Yeah, there's cool aliens out there, man. XCOM, I don't know, this one, I don't know why. I look at all the reviews I found this week, and I'm so over all of them already. But let me read this one from Amazon. For the premium dried banana chips, 64 ounces, non-GMO, batch tested, gluten and peanut free, ethically sourced for guilt-free snacking, fresh, crispy, sweetened for delicious flavor. This is premium I'm a Nut brand banana dried chips.
Okay.
ALLW1224 titles their review, "Too hard, more added sugar than other brands, but not tastier." They write, "I've been really into snacking on banana chips and decided to try this brand. I actually prefer the ones I get locally because these are very crunchy, almost too crunchy. Also, there's no nutrition label posted, or I probably would have bought them knowing that they have more added sugar than the local store brand. The label on the package is microscopic, but I believe they've added 6 grams of sugar as opposed to my 1 gram in my other brand. That may not sound like a lot, but it is enough of a difference to deter me in my quest to find healthier, guilt-freer snacks and lower sugars hold on my cravings just fine. 3 stars.
Okay. Defending yourself, saying there was no nutrition label on the Amazon listing. Sure. Okay.
The contentious point to me here is they want less guilt, but their guilt is completely surrounded by sugar. Sugar is the only thing guilting them out. When, these are ethically sourced. No Jimmos in here.
Mm-hmm.
And, no one's being harmed in the extraction of these soft banana nuts.
It's good people doing good work here.
And yet...
I don't know, check the serving size. Maybe the serving size is different, and that's... I don't know.
That's true.
If you really cared, you would just dehydrate the bananas yourself.
That's so true. How much? That has got to be so much cheaper.
Sure, there's that initial, you gotta buy a dehydrator, but after that, you can do jerky in that sucker. You can do dried fruit in that sucker. Ooh.
How much is a food dehydrator? I feel like with food prices these days,
couple $100, I'm sure. But after that, it's all gravy.
Oh, this fancy looking one is like $130.
Okay, yeah, that's a low point of entry for you to just craft your own charcuterie board with your own dried meats and apricots and such delicacies.
No, listen, man, I'm ready to get one look at these Amazon listings. I'm ready to get in the food dehydrated lifestyle. I'm going to be making jerky. This one looks nice. It's $45.
Dang.
This one's $39.99. Oh, it is a Prime Day deal, but
okay,
might be pulling the trigger right now. Brought to you by Amazon. What makes you feel guilty when you're eating food? Because it's just, I don't know. Once you enter the banana chip territory, it would have to be powder sugared for me to turn my nose up and be like, are you really eating? Like, is that really healthy anymore?
Yeah, I mean, dried fruit inherently is going to be pretty sugar heavy because fruit has sugar. You're dehydrating it, so you're upping the sugar per nibble on that stuff. If you want like a low guilt, low calorie, low everything snack that can still fill you up, just do like popcorn. If it's non-theater popcorn where you have 100,000 milligrams of salt and gooey non-butter on it, it's actually pretty darn healthy.
Yeah, I think you're touching on what inherently is bothering me. Is like they're sort of barking up the wrong tree, or they barked up the right tree and then they're kind of barking at it in the wrong way. They got to the tree and then their barks are way off here. I don't even, are they even barking? Are they meowing at this tree at this point?
They're wagging their tail, man. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and I don't know. It sounds like they got a good thing going. They got exactly what they want with this store brand nut, and yet they're going from tree to tree and barking and barking and barking.
Yeah. If you found what you like, just go back to what you like. Your review isn't necessarily helping a whole lot of people to say, well, this has more sugar than the one I buy at my store. Okay, go buy that.
And I guess the one thing we didn't touch on is it's too crunchy. I don't know what that means. I kind of know what it means, but I kind of don't.
That's what banana chips are. A chip in general is going to be crunchy. Even a chocolate chip has a bit of a bite to it.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, like, I'm looking at these banana chips, and I'm like, how? Because there's a certain point where crunchiness just becomes, like, a crispy delicacy, you know what I mean? There's, like, hard and crunchy are two different things. I guess that's what's got me bugging. A chip can be too hard, but not too crunchy.
If you want the chewiness, again, your own dehydrator, and just don't cook it for as long. You're going to get a jerky, taffy, delicious little stuck in your teeth type banana chunk.
Maybe it's because we're recording in the morning and I only ate a banana for breakfast, which always seems to just make me hungrier instead of satiate me at all.
Right. It's a primer.
Yeah. But man, just getting a dehydrator just sound like the best idea I've ever heard. It sounds so genius to me right now. And maybe it's just because I would have food, but I don't know. Do you have a review?
Yeah, since I'm kind of hungry too, I'm going to go for this sweet little review from Yelp for the Flying Biscuit Cafe in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. This is a review that comes to us from Sonda T.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sonda. Well, it's just her review. She didn't send it in or anything.
Oh. Well, thanks anyway out there, Sonda.
Thanks, Sonda. Sonda writes, "My husband and I are in Charleston for medical treatment. On Sunday, Mother's Day, he awoke with a craving for a waffle. We went to the Flying Biscuit Cafe and had the best waffle ever. This particular Belgian waffle had 2 over-easy eggs and chicken with gravy and syrup.
Oh!
I watched with delight as my husband devoured every bite. I myself had the Flying Biscuit breakfast with scrambled eggs and grits that were creamy and delicious. No, I'm normally not a grits girl, but I think the Flying Biscuit has converted me. Topping this wonderful experience with the fact that servers handed each woman entering the cafe a long stem red rose. We will go back there every time we are in this area. 5 stars.
How many roses before someone's like, I don't want that? I don't really I don't want to deal with having that.
We do have a response from response from business owner, response from Flying Biscuit. They write, "Thank you so much for the 5 stars, Sonda. We wish you both good health. Thank you for taking the time to review us and hope that you visit us again soon." So that feels nice. That's not like carbon copy. Thanks for the 5 stars. They took in that Sonda and the hubby were having medical treatments done. Or like, good luck with that. Come back real soon.
We'll have a rose for you. Boomers love that kind of stuff. Customer service that isn't actually customer service is just like a thing they can pretend that was special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this little guy comes up to your table and he'll scramble an egg right there in front of you for an extra $20. How they used to do it back when they cared in this country.
Nothing's better when you wake up craving an egg.
I am okay. I'm wondering if it was just because she does mention it was Mother's Day. Maybe that's where the roses come from.
Oh, that makes total sense.
But I did not get that on my first read. I just thought, this is a strange Southern place.
Ritual. That makes sense. Okay, Mom's Day, everyone's getting roses. Thumbs up. That's fun celebration. Better than putting up, I don't know. Can you even decorate for Mother's Day? Just flowers, I guess.
Flowers, carnations, I think.
Yeah, when you go into elementary school for Mother's Day, there's no like special Mother's Day stuff on the wall.
No, it's a shame.
Yeah. But I mean, waking up craving a waffle on Mother's Day. Bold to say, hey, I know it's sort of the ladies' day, but me, myself, I sprung awake like Nosferatu, just wanting a fucking waffle so bad.
Babe, I'm sorry. Let's make this about me right now.
Right.
I'm thinking waffle with eggs, chicken, and gravy and syrup.
And you're gonna watch me eat every bite with delight.
That part definitely resonates.
Yeah, it was uncanny when you said it. When I said it, I'm kind of disgusted now with the idea.
Yeah, no, I can picture it for Sonda though. She seems just like the type to just sit there and oh, darling, look at you eat. Wow.
Maybe it's just because I'm disgusting. If I were to eat a meal like that, I would just be near embarrassed, if not embarrassed, with the activities that were going on. Syrupy chicken.
You know you're going to get sticky.
Is this asking for it? On top of the waffle. I mean, it sounds awesome. That sounds like an insane meal. I guess I would be. Maybe, the joy just radiates off him so much that it's infectious. She's soaking it up. He does a little dance while he's eating. She loves it.
Makes little yummy sounds. Yeah, and she just goes, "Oh, bless his heart."
I'm glad that they converted her to a grits fan.
She's permanently a grits girl.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, grits isn't something that I think of in terms I like it or I don't. It's just like a thing that's there. And if they do a good job, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not something I'm ever seeking out. Like, gotta get my grits fix.
No one ever woke up with a grits craving.
I certainly haven't. Snap. Ooh.
It's like waking up with a craving for air. No, because you need air. You don't really need grits. With a craving for scratching the back of your thigh. Man, I can't wait to scratch the back of my thigh today. It just doesn't make sense.
No. It's meaningless.
Kind of like this review overall, even though it was lovely. Was there anything we didn't catch? Cover?
I think we got it.
It was a lovely review. I did feel like I was at the table watching her husband consume.
Yeah. I think that's like her sentence syntax is very well laid out. That she watched with delight as he devoured every bite. Because if she said, "I watched my husband devour every bite with delight," you'd say, "Okay, are you watching with delight or is he devouring with delight?" But no, perfect framing.
That's true. And it really does paint a cartoon picture of him sort of putting chicken in his mouth and just pulling out the bone, and her like with little hearts floating above her, like just watching.
That's my man.
I mean, her breakfast sounded pretty decadent as well, but I can't help but picture one little tiny egg like next to a piece of toast or something. All right, we're going to take a break. We're both hungry, so
yeah,
we're not going to solve that, and then we're going to do one podcast.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Upon Further Review. Ooh, Yay! What's that all about, Mr. Matt? Upon Further Review is the segment, the inaugural segment, the OG segment, where we take a look at those things we think we know, and we discover how little we know about them. It could be like talking about how popsicles came to be. It was total accident. It was total fluke. Little Johnny left his stuff outside. It got cold and made a good little ice lolly. It could be talking about Post-it notes or Slinkies or Martha Stewart being a secret agent. Oh, not Martha Stewart, Julia Child. But you never know about Martha Stewart. Maybe that's why she had to go into hiding for all those years in prison. Anyway, today I am talking about a book and author, a gentleman by the name of Maurice Sendak. You know the book?
That's the Wild Things.
That's the Where the Wild Things Are. Phenomenal book. Foundational. Touched so many children's lives. Well, recently I saw a video. It was an interview of him talking his talk. And he said, originally, well, where should I start? I guess brother didn't start out as an author. He started out as an illustrator, which is pretty cool. I like drawing. In 1947, he was doing illustrations for a science book, Atomics for the Millions. No idea what that was really all about. I guess I could...
Probably drew some little guys in some
probably
sort of
alien
microscopic
man
world.
or something.
Probably draw lots of little alien guys, I'd imagine.
And then he was doing store window displays for the toy store FAO Swords. And somebody was like, hey, well, children's books go in this store, and this lady sells these books, so why don't you meet her and see if you can do some illustrations for their books? And so that's what happened. Like he did some illustrations for the first 5 Little Bear books.
Oh.
Yeah, our little guy, Little Bear.
Little fella.
His first one was the illustrations for a book called The Wonderful Farm. And he did a couple other things before doing Where the Wild Things Are. In fact, just before that, he did a book called Kenny's Window. But I'll jump the gun. In the video that I watched, the author himself said, Where the Wild Things Are is not the original title of the book, nor the original plot. The initial working title of the book was Where the Wild Horses Are. It was going to be about a child who escapes to a land of wild horses. Until he decided, I don't know how to draw horses very good. And I'll remind you, one of the first books he illustrated for was The Wonderful Farm. I looked that up. There is a picture of a donkey on the cover of that one, but I guess that's different than a horse. It still looks like a good donkey. And then his own book that he wrote was called Kenny's Window. I don't know exactly what that's about, but it it does have a horse on the cover. I sent you a picture of it.
Oh man. Why is he mailing it in with the horse so hard?
It looks kind of rough. We do have in the video where he's talking about how he doesn't know how to draw horses good. There were some like rough sketches of small child with horse, and this actually does look pretty good. Okay,
sort of a low res horse situation.
Yeah, a little sketchy horse, but in any case, he thought I can't draw horses well enough to have a whole island of horses. So what things can I draw? What things? And he thought, well, why not just things? As an island of monsters. And he didn't want to do like traditional monsters, stereotypical monsters. So he thought the story was supposed to be somewhat biographical about his own life. So he imagined the monsters in his life, who were his aunts and uncles, his Jewish relatives, who would come to Sunday dinner every week, who, as he describes, had bloodshot eyes and crooked teeth and scraggly hair, and would, come to dinner and pinch his cheek and say, "You're so cute, we could eat you up." You're a little. His mother would call him the Yiddish term "wild chaya," which means wild animal. So you can see it's all coming together. He's just like, well, all the names of the various monsters, that's his aunts and uncles, and they're all in some way based on his relatives, who he did not like. He apparently referred to them as grotesques. And that's true to life. There's this article I'm reading. He often went to bed without supper, not because his mother withheld it from him for misbehaving, but because he hated his mother's own cooking.
And then, for the masses, he's like, well, most people love mom's cooking.
Most people love mama's fine cooking.
Let's make it a threat. This boy ain't getting no food. He's got to hang out with the monsters the whole time, but he learns something from the monsters, doesn't he? Even though he don't like them.
Yeah, I don't know if he necessarily learned anything from his relatives, but that's okay. He gave us the book. Apparently there was one, or there were yeah. There was a prominent psychiatrist when the book came out. He said that it would cause fear of desertion, and that it was bad that the character Max throws a tantrum, that's unacceptable behavior, which appeared to be glorified in the story. But then it was later revealed that the psychiatrist hadn't even read the book when they said that.
Oh. Where the Wild Things is a really weird book.
It is. It certainly is.
Yeah, there's everyone feels good at the end, but there's really no lesson learning. There's no real plot. He gets in trouble. He sees the monsters. He has some rumpus. He wakes up and
rumpus ain't so good. He wakes up. He goes down. Oh, he gets dinner because his mom still loves him.
His mom still loves him, and that I think that's the real message, right? Is when you're a kid, you're allowed to have emotions. You're allowed to dance with the monster, so to speak.
You're allowed to have a bit of a wild rumpus every now and then. It's natural.
Right. I think it's about letting kids know that the emotions they have are natural, and you should be comfortable with them to an extent.
I'll end this segment with something that where's this coming from? Must have just been an interview with Mr. Maurice again, recounting a reaction from a fan. Quote, "A little boy sent me a charming card with a little drawing on it. I loved it. I answer all my children's letters, sometimes very hastily, but this one I lingered over. I sent him a card, and I drew a picture of a wild thing on it. That's capital wild thing on it. I wrote, 'Dear Jim, I loved your card.' Then I got a letter back from his mother, and she said, 'Jim loved your card so much, he ate it.' That to me was one of the highest compliments I've ever received. He didn't care that it was an original Maurice Sendak drawing or anything. He saw it, he loved it, he ate it."
He's a man who loves the id, I guess. He loves the wild thing inside all of them. That's the purest form of enjoyment is consuming. Imagine just getting a letter or getting anything and just be I can see the kid vibrating, with just pure excitement and almost involuntary shoveling his card. He wasn't controlling his muscles in a way you wouldn't control them when you were shivering. He just had to express himself in that way. All right. Well, thanks for teaching us about Maurice. Yeah, gladly. Next time you see some relatives you hate, make a children's story about them, and maybe you'll make $1 million. And feed the children while you're at it. Yum. All right. We'll read a little media review. We're in the mediaverse now. We can't escape. From IMDB, I've got a review of Dexter. Dexter is a show. It was on during almost all of our formative years. So inevitably people are talking about it. It's not my kind of show. It deals with being tied up and getting stabbed and tortured and whatever.
Some serial killer stuff.
Yeah, serial killer stuff, which just gives me the heebie-jeebies. But it always seemed neat. The writing seemed good. But it's very divisive. Everyone's always talks about how it gets really weird and not good, from what I've heard. But we're not here to talk about what I've heard. We're here to talk about Johnny Bangs and their review of Dexter from IMDb, and the Emmy goes to, they title it. Between Dexter and Weeds, Showtime has a corner on the original new show's market. Oh, when was this written? October 26, 2006. Let's go. Right in the thick of it. Not only are both of these shows completely original and innovative, but they are really good. Dexter, in particular, should not be reviewed by anyone who hasn't seen more than 3 episodes. I feel as if the first episode in the series is a tad bit melodramatic. Note Dexter screaming in the face of his first victim, just to pull in viewers that otherwise need something more visceral than a great screenplay. By 2 more episodes, the viewer should absolutely be intoxicated by the complexity of the character of Dexter and the acting of Michael C. Hall. His co-stars admit to being almost scared by how well Hall absorbs his character. Personally, I think that without Hall's mastery of Dexter, there would be nothing to watch. Don't get me wrong, the plot is extremely intriguing and original to be redundant, but the excitement lies purely in the way Dexter/Hall responds to A, his girlfriend, B, blood, and C, other serial killers. I think that it is very reasonable to chuckle at Dexter's attempt to, quote, fit in social situations, and I believe the writers of the show planned on it. I'm really stuck on, however, is whether or not to cheer Dexter on in his methodology, serial killers. This had better be the first of many seasons, so spread the word. Edit. I had watched this series finale last night and come back to this review, which I wrote after this conclusion of season 1. So over 10 years later, 7 years later, something like that. If my review was impetus for your Dexter obsessions, I too was obsessed. Then I owe you an apology for the way it all ended. Sure. I couldn't have known how poorly written the resolution of this once magnificent series could be. But you see, I shouted praises for this show from the rooftops, telling every friend who would engage me in discussion about pop culture that they needed to watch Dexter. It's the greatest drama on television. Alas, I will not leave any spoilers here, and if you've come along the journey with me, then you will undoubtedly watch how it all ends. But I write this edit in vain so that you, internet friend, cannot say that I didn't warn you. Dexter leaves me wanting a real ending. 7 out of 10 stars.
Dang, that is some... I mean, I guess if you're obsessed, then it's not quite dedication, but still, dedication to the review art.
Sure. They felt so scared, so worried that they would continue to mislead the flock.
Year after year, season after season, they were just thinking, okay, the review's still good. Still phenomenal show. The greatest drama on television.
Still encouraging people to watch so I can get more of the show.
And then when that finale goes and they just sort of sit back with an uneasy feeling in their stomach. Kind of look around, concerned. I know what I need to do. I can't mislead people.
There's the sense of responsibility.
No.
At play here.
Think of all the people they sent down the path of Dexter watching.
And to be fair, this almost 500 helpfuls and 100 downvotes.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think IMDb users be using it like that. No, I'm scrolling quickly. There are not many other reviews with more helpfuls than Dexter on this. And I'm sure there are a lot of eyes on Dexter reviews. Very popular show. Talked about for a long time. Very divisive. There's spin-offs and shit.
Yeah, reboots and whatevers.
Oh, yeah. Isn't there Dexter New Blood? Long time no spree, man.
Okay. I'm in.
10 years after faking his death in Miami and moving upstate New York under an assumed name, Dexter gets an unexpected visit from the son he abandoned.
Oh, no. Then kill him.
Then you gotta kill him. You gotta kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be in a certain mindset to enjoy these types of shows. Or just a certain type of person.
And I feel like with a formulaic character drama, where sort of this guy has to kill serial killers every season, and also he's a cop who's avoiding cop suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, inevitably you're going to write yourself in a corner. How do you do more than like 7 seasons? How do you end that show without just like killing everybody or something?
Yeah, you need something, and they're going to say you jumped the shark or you failed to live up to it. All the build-up.
Only Seinfeld can put its characters in jail to finish the show. That would feel weird with Dexter, I feel like. Oh yeah, my favorite character is rotting in jail the rest of his life. Like, how, what are you supposed to feel like that? And you kind of get that, spoilers with Breaking Bad, more or less. This character's just rotting forever, but it's like it's just you're supposed to want this character to suffer at the end of the day. You're supposed to realize, oh, this guy's the villain. Spoilers for Breaking Bad, 20-year-old show or whatever at this point.
Yeah, get over it.
Walter White's not a good guy. Sorry, chuds on the internet. He sucks. Not that you're not supposed to root for him to not suck, but at the end of the day, he's doomed to suck. I don't know. I don't think Dexter's doomed to suck. I think you want Dexter to become adjusted and, be a good guy. So what do you do with that? It's tough. Have a little sympathy for the devil here.
Yeah, man.
In every sense of the word. But
yeah, okay. I'll read one more quickie. It's just
let's do it.
Let's get an Amazon review for the Sargento sliced Gouda natural cheese, 10 slices. Note, bene, it should be pronounced Gouda, and it's mother language, but I know everyone says Gouda, so whatever. It's Sargento Gouda cheese.
Sargento.
Lanita titles their review, "If it doesn't pass the sniff test and you see the blue, toss it." They write, "Gouda had mold, and that happens with cheese, as does happen, but not edible. I'm a cheese lover, but tossed it out when mold could not be removed, and package was reeked of mold. So check your cheese when it arrives. I've never had it happen before, so I will be looking and hope not happen again. It can happen to any cheese." 1 star.
Yeah. This is sort of a review for Sargento's Gouda cheese. It's sort of a review for cheese as a dietary, as a source of sustenance.
Cheese as a medium.
This mold can get mold on it you don't want, actually.
Sometimes you can cut it off. Sometimes it's too far gone.
I feel anytime, I guess this is Amazon, so I'm not picking out the package, but when I'm at the grocery store and I get cheese that molds quickly, I just feel like that's my L. I gotta hold that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did that to me. So yeah, maybe we shouldn't cheeses shouldn't be in places that you can't pick them out yourself.
Look through, turn it over.
Mm-hmm.
How's this cheese getting delivered to my house? In an Amazon envelope?
Yeah.
What? No, thank you.
Right. It goes to the grocery stores in a big refrigerated truck. But what's Amazon doing? In the back of Pete's electric Amazon car? That thing's boiling.
Yeah.
All damn day.
These little pee bottles are jostling around next to your cheese. Yep. You don't want that.
And I've always been critical, more or less, of Amazon, like food deliveries. I think that's why I always look to them, because I always think like, oh, only absolute freakazoids are ordering like bulk food from Amazon or not bulk. But yeah, the pee bottle in the same vicinity as your food delivery.
Don't want that. Can't have it.
I imagine there's some Amazon drivers who just have like a piss tank. They have like a sort of a tube going up to the driver's seat and back to a fucking chest a Harry Potter trunk of piss.
They just strap into it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that thing's just sloshing around back there. The piss particles are, they can't be contained like that. And you're gonna get some stinky cheese. I don't even know if I could trust. Even if the package arrived cold, I'd still be like, I wouldn't trust it even more. What's going on Amazon?
No. Really?
What if they peed in the refrigerator?
I don't want that.
Yep, you can trust. There's just a lot less piss in the logistics when you don't go through Amazon. I hope we get sponsored by Amazon someday and they find this episode.
We noticed you said some disparaging things about our drivers and their urine.
Jeff Bezos personally pisses on every cheese shipment that comes out of Amazon.
Oh, yeah, it makes him feel good.
And you have to ask, how is he at every warehouse in America? There's thousands at this point.
Private jet.
Private jet and spray bottle technology.
Oh, yeah.
They got little bottles of Jeff piss. All right, now this episode feels like it can end. Now I'm satisfied. Thank you for listening to reviewparty.com, for making it to the end of the episode. That means you're in the Real Ones Club. Thank you, Real One.
Thank you.
And Real Ones of old. If you're back again, welcome back, buddy. If you'd like to send in an absurd review for us to muse over, please send an email with hyperlink to the review to reviewparty.com and include your name so we can throw you credit.
If you want to reach out to us on social media, you can find us at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, at reviewpartypod on Twitter or /X, whatever you want to call it. Or there's more of our content on YouTube. You can see reviews that we've written on Letterboxd. Or go to our homepage on the internet, reviewparty.com. There's a whole slew of fun pages to explore, to dive into, blog, shop, listening platform, place. And there's a whole lot of blue and balloons and just joy to be found. Joy to be shared.
Happiness is only real when shared. I watched a movie that said that once. Very big thank you for the Buddies Nosebleeds. You heard that song throughout the episode. You're going to hear it again in a second. That's Bread for Breakfast. One of their songs. They got like multiple versions of it, man. There's a remix. You can go listen to it. Spotify Nosebleeds, one word. Review us on iTunes, review us wherever it is to review. Spotify, you can review now to follow the buttons, hit them, follow, subscribe, favorite, all those buttons, they're great. Keep it up, folks.
Yeah.
Got a review. Send us out of here. This is from Amazon. For Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey, big can, 22 fluid ounces, pack of 12. You know that good. Jeffrey Cawthorn titles their review, amazing job, well done too. They write, it tastes so amazing, so thanks you so much for that too, and I have given ya a plus for amazing job, well done too, 5 stars.
Well done too, thanks for that.
Thank you.